Alright, we're just gonna roll with this. Let me make sure everything's pulling through here. Can you hear me? Alright, yeah. Should be good. Okay. Where to begin? I think I had a small epiphany about the way that I want to live my life and the way that I want to make my videos. If you've been following along, and if you haven't, here's a recap. The first few days of this challenge, I feel like the first week or so of this challenge, I really was focused on work, and my mind was fixated on feeling stuck at work, feeling like I don't have enough time to do all these things that I want to do. And that's the whole point of kicking this challenge off. Now, I think we're about halfway through, if not almost halfway through. And I'm realizing that, I'm thinking about work less and less. I'm thinking more about what I'm going to do when I get back from work and what I'm going to do before work. And that's good. I think that's really how it should be, I think before I was stuck in a pattern of the only thing that I would do during the day would be work. And, it's no wonder that I wasn't feeling fulfilled, and I wasn't feeling fulfilled really with my days and my weeks, because it was literally just work, and unfortunately my work doesn't fulfill me. So I took it upon myself to do this 75-day creative challenge thing. And the other day I had an epiphany during the haircut video a few videos back. I talked briefly about this theory that I have about this mismatch between our evolution and the way that our brains are wired and the world that we live in with technology. And I spent the past few days doing more research and thinking more deeply about this theory, and whether or not I've been thinking about it consciously, a lot of the habits that I'm trying to do all relate back to this theory. So that's where I realized that that's what I want this channel to be eventually. And that's the lens that I want to create everything. That's the central message and the central idea that I want in each and every one of my videos, is basically, how do you navigate living in this digital world when your brains were not evolved to handle it? And not so much from like a, how-to perspective, more so just like a documenting perspective. I'm just a normal person who notices these things and wants to try to live a better life by, doing different things and having different habits. And I kind of want to document the journey and the process of what that looks like, whether things actually help or not, whether I feel better or not. And so that's kind of where I'm at with that. So basically my life is going to be the lab where I'm testing these different habits, trying these different things. And my videos are just going to be kind of my journal entries and my thoughts and experiences and summaries of those tests. And I feel like subconsciously that's something that I've already been doing, but it feels good to have a sense of direction that I can be excited about. And so, yeah, I put together this little checklist for, what that kind of looks like. So, like, my body is the first one. Did I use my body today? Did I work out? Did I sweat? Did I raise my heart rate? 2 is the environment. Did I go outside on the balcony? Did I get sunlight? Did I go for a walk? Did I touch grass? Number 3 is connection. And then that has to do with relationships, community. Did I have a meaningful conversation? Did I listen? Did I understand? Not really so much small talk, but did I connect with another person on a deeper level? Focus. This is more creatively, just my own priorities, but did I create more than I consumed? I guess this also falls under like screen time. Was I doom scrolling? Did I doom scroll? Did I limit my screen time? Did I focus my attention and time into something a little bit more productive? 5 would be discomfort. And, did I not avoid doing the thing that I've been avoiding? Did I avoid the thing that I've been avoiding? Did I go and do the hard thing even though I didn't want to? This kind of ties into like discipline. Did I wake up early or did I sleep in? Did I snooze? Did I go for that run or did I tell myself I was going to do it tomorrow? Did I have a difficult conversation or did I avoid it? So I want to make sure I'm, choosing discomfort when it makes sense. And then 6 is meaning. Did I act in alignment? So essentially like a summary of all those items I listed out before. Like, did I do these things in that day? And did I act and live my day in alignment with how I want to be living with these kind of guidelines that I've set for myself? So yeah, that's going to be my checklist and kind of North Star in how I want to be living my days. And, my videos will be kind of a check-in and, updates on what that looks like. And yeah, I think it's going to be fun. It's something that I'm excited about. Tapping a little bit more to like the mismatch theory. Basically, it's this theory that our bodies and brains evolved for one kind of life, and that is not the kind of world that we live in today anymore. Our brains and our reward systems are built for effort and then the reward. You have to hunt and then you can eat. You build and then you have shelter. You struggle and then you survive. But now, with all these amazing advancements in technology and healthcare, we don't really need to do any of those things anymore. So now we have reward with no effort, comfort all of the time, and non-stop stimulation. And our brains aren't prepared to handle all these things. And I think my theory is that it's why you see so many unhappy people, why we're unhappier than we've ever been, why so many people feel unfulfilled, why so many people have anxiety. There's no alignment with the natural order of things. You don't have to have community. You can live your entire life in a 1x1 box. You just Uber Eats everything, never see anybody, work from home. Like, it's not natural. And for some people it may work. This is not like preach. I'm not trying to preach. This is just what I've noticed and my thoughts on things. I think most people can benefit from getting more exercise, moving their body, getting more sunlight, touching more grass, connecting with others, and staying off the screens for an excessive amounts of time, and putting themselves in more situations that make them uncomfortable. Like, because that's how you grow and that's how you learn. And I don't know, I feel like just general life rules, or just for general life, I feel like those are all good things to work towards. And so that's what I'm working towards. We have Stone Age brains in a digital world that is advancing far faster than we can adjust. And so this is kind of me documenting my process on how I plan to deal with that. And so, yeah, I just wanted to, jump in here and provide that update. Something that I've been thinking about over the past couple of days. And it's something that I feel pretty confident in, being my voice and what kind of a presence that I want to have on the internet. And yeah, it's just gonna be testing the theory. Apparently it's a pretty big theory. There's a few books that I found that talk about it. I've already read Sapiens, but there's a few other ones. I guess it's not an uncommon theory, but yeah, that is where we're at. It's a beautiful day. So yeah, I don't really know. I just decided to jump on here and throw a stream of consciousness out there and see what sticks. Let me know if you guys have any thoughts. If you agree, disagree. If you guys have noticed any of these things in your own life, let me know. Yeah, it's going to be it for today, but I'll see you guys in the next one.